Good afternoon, everyone. My name is John Aharoni, and I'm going to speak to you about how dying saved my life. I was Indiana Jones. I was looking for my next Temple of Doom, and as an actor and a volleyball player, I traveled the entire world looking for the new, sparkly, better, different, shining example of what my life would become. But something wasn't right. Something was missing, and every new adventure brought me back to my crappy apartment with the 4 other guys I was sharing it with. And, my girlfriend was awesome, but maybe I should just head back to Hawaii where I was born and raised. I needed something. I needed a change. And I got it. I died. It was a normal day. The night before, I went out for dinner and a movie. And I saw that movie, Music and Lyrics, with Hugh Grant. And ironically, the title song was My Heart Skipped a Beat. And that should have tipped me off that something was about to happen. I was playing a volleyball match the next morning, the same way I had 1,000 times before. It wasn't hot. It wasn't cold. I was winning, as usual. And I looked at my volleyball partner, and I said to him, something's not right. I don't feel good. And about 10 seconds later, I fell into the sand, eyes wide open, face first. They started chest compressions and continued CPR until the paramedics came and defibrillated me and took me to the hospital. Which, this is the change I got, but that's definitely not the change I was looking for. Be careful what you ask for. Lesson number 1 for me is be careful if you're applying CPR. I was told that after 3 minutes, the victim is guaranteed brain damage. After 7 minutes, they're not coming back, and if they do, their life will never be the same based on the damage that was caused. I was down for 10 minutes, and according to my sister, we'll never know if actual brain damage occurred because I'd have to start using my brain first. But seriously, please continue CPR if you ever have the opportunity until the response team comes. I may be an exception to the rule, but thank God I'm still here. There was a book that I read when I was a kid called Fortunately, Unfortunately, and my experience in the ER was a lot like it. Fortunately, I was going to see Grandma, and she always had ice cream and cake. Unfortunately, a dark cloud appeared, and it started pouring rain. Must have been an El Nino year. Fortunately, I was returning Granny's umbrella to her, and I stayed dry. Unfortunately, those clouds were so distracting that I fell off a cliff. Fortunately, there was a body of water under me. Unfortunately, there was a hungry whale in that water, and the rest is sort of history. At the hospital. Fortunately, it was a beautiful, sunny Southern California day. Unfortunately, and I was playing volleyball, of course. Unfortunately, I suffered from full cardiac arrest outside the hospital. Fortunately, I beat the odds and I survived. Unfortunately, my brain turned into mush and it was on a short-term memory 24-second reset. It was a little like Memento. I could meet everyone again and again after every 20 seconds. Fortunately, that memory reset only lasted for 3 days. Unfortunately, when I came out of it, I had been given a positive urine screening for cocaine. They were going to transport me to what my family calls the druggie ward. Guys, me. If there was cocaine in wheatgrass, there's a pretty good chance that I had it in my body, but other than that, I'd never seen it except for Scarface. At that ward, they were going to give me a stress test, put me in an unmonitored bed, and send me home the next morning. Definitely not the optimal situation to survive what I did. Which brings me to lesson number 2. Always, always have someone advocate for you who loves you at the hospital. Thanks to remember that girl in the beginning that I was getting away from? She stuck by me for 3 days, never left my side. Thanks to her and a few other guardian angels, I was transferred to a different hospital. They redid that drug test, and guess what? No evidence of cocaine in the first one or the second one that they took. I got a new team of cardiologists and the best care possible, and it prepared me for my new life. What, you ask, is part of that new life? It was scary to come back from something like that, and thank God for that team of doctors and supporters. But at the same time, that fear gave me something profoundly grateful for absolutely everything. I mean, I would go to bed at night and pray that it wouldn't leave because I could see the leaves moving in the trees. I could see the crest of the wave. I would walk into the soup aisle at the supermarket and just be so happy that I could pick alphabet noodles or stars or whatever it was. It was the most amazing thing, and I never wanted it to go away. But it did. And you know how I knew it did? Because when I got on the 405 and that jerk in the BMW, you know the one, cut me off, instead of giving him one finger, I probably gave him two, and if I had a third, I might have even given him that. But something didn't change. That thing that didn't change is that I didn't need new, better, and different anymore. I was able to look at what was right in front of me. Remember that girl from the hospital that we talked about a couple times? That's her in the middle there. We got married, and those are our kids, and we have a fantastic family. And today I work for USA Beach Volleyball, and I coach the under-19 youth players to fulfill their dreams and chase after what matters to them. It's great not having to chase after these new, better things, and now I can focus on a different temple, the one that's mine, and it's not a temple of doom. Thank you so much.